Well, hey guys, welcome back. I'm so excited to share with you today a couple easy fall DIYs using these carvable styrofoam pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. For this first project, we're going to be using this beautiful infinity scarf from Dollar Tree. We'll start by cutting the scarf and laying it out on the table, and then I'm just going to use some hot glue to attach the end of the scarf to the bottom of the pumpkin. I'll continue adding glue and folding the scarf up onto the pumpkin as I go. I didn't realize the orange from this pumpkin would be showing through the material, so I decided to just go ahead and use the entire length of the scarf. So it was doubled up and tripled up in some areas to keep that orange from peeking through the material. This was a lot of material though, you guys, and I was a bit worried that it might end up being too bulky, but it actually ended up giving this little pumpkin kind of a super soft coziness. I did cut the piece of scarf off where it had been attached at the seam because this piece was really thick and kind of bulky. All I did then was continue adding hot glue and folding down the edges of the scarf until the top of the pumpkin was also completely covered. Then I took a few small branches that we had laying around in the yard and I used those as the pumpkin stems by adding just a little bit of glue and sticking them right into the center of the top part of the pumpkin. And then using some floral picks from Dollar Tree, I cut a few sprigs of leaves off of the stem and added some foliage around the top. This was another really easy and super quick fall DIY. I really love how it turned out, and I think it's just really cute. I hope you guys enjoyed also. Okay, for this next project, again, we'll be using one of these carvable styrofoam pumpkins from Dollar Tree, as well as this tall glass vase, which is also from Dollar Tree. I'm going to start out by placing that vase on top of our pumpkin and making an outline so we know exactly where to cut our pumpkin. Then I'll be using my wide blade box cutter to carve out the circle in which we'll be placing the bottom portion of that vase. These pumpkins cut so easily and effortlessly, you guys. They can make quite a mess though, but that is to be expected when using styrofoam, I suppose. Next, I'm going to paint our pumpkin using this Waverly chalk paint from Walmart in the color Cashew. I actually use this color so frequently in my projects. It's the perfect neutral fall color in my opinion. It's not too white, but it's not too yellow or ivory either. It's just the perfect muted off-white brown, I guess. I'll be using one of these sponge brushes from the Dollar Tree to apply that paint. These brushes come in a pack of 6 at Dollar Tree in the Crafter's Square section, and I use them all the time. I do typically rinse them out and reuse them at least a couple of times, but because they're so economical in cost, you could probably just throw them away after each use if you'd like to. I'm just too frugal to do that, I guess. I'm not too concerned about the paint being perfect because most of this pumpkin is going to be covered up anyway by foliage. But since I don't care for the bright orange color of this pumpkin, I did want to mute it down a little bit and have it a bit of a more neutral color. once dried, we're going to go ahead and place the bottom portion of that glass vase right into the top of our pumpkin. It should fit nice and snug in there, but if not, you can always make adjustments to that hole in the pumpkin by cutting more away if need be, or adding some hot glue if you got the hole a little bit too big. Now that the vase is sitting snugly in the pumpkin, I'm going to put just a dab of hot glue around the edges just to make sure it's nice and secure. Then we're going to start adding in some of our foliage. I'll be using these maple leaf stems from Dollar Tree to do this, and I'm just going to be cutting off the stems and placing them right into that pumpkin. There was no rhyme or reason really to this. I just kind of started adding them in toward the top part of the pumpkin to create that first layer. And then I just kept adding more and more leaves as I went, kind of staggering them with each added layer in hopes of keeping things nice and symmetrical and balanced. And I did add in a few of the berries and pumpkins that were also on those Dollar Tree floral picks. I just thought they would add a little bit of extra interest. And then I added in one of these Dollar Tree LED pillar candles. These are actually really nice candles for $1. They last quite a long time, and I think they give off a really nice warm white glow. And because I wanted this piece to be really full, I just continued adding in more and more of those leaves until it was nice and full and until it looked finished to me. So I kept checking this piece for symmetry and balance as I went on adding in those leaves as needed to make sure everything looked really balanced. And once everything looked really good to me, I decided this project was finished. Another easy and inexpensive DIY in the books, and this has become one of my absolute favorite decor pieces that I've done so far this fall. I really love it, and it adds such a beautiful, elegant feel to our home. And that concludes this video, my friends. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and always I'm grateful for you carving some time out of your busy day to spend this time with me. If you haven't already, I would love if you would subscribe to my channel and click on that little bell so you get notifications every time I upload a new video. If you did enjoy this video, please hit that like button to let me know. Thanks again, my friends. Happy crafting, and I hope you have a beautiful day.
You had that sparkle in your eyes, some kind of shimmer in your presence, unlike no other I had met. You got me spinning out of control.